Hi everyone, today we're having a look at significant figures. Significant figures are used to write really big or really small numbers in a rounded off way. We do it so that people have some sort of understanding of the number that we're talking about. For instance, the distance to the moon is 384,423 kilometres. But people will understand that distance better if we just say it's 380,000 kilometres or 400,000 kilometres. And we only use, in this case here, two significant or important figures, the 3 and the 8. So the rule, if you like, is with large numbers, we start counting significant figures from the first digit. And with small decimals, we start counting from the first digit that is not 0. So the questions you look at today in the exercise are going to say round each number correct to 2 significant figures or 3 significant figures or 4 significant figures. They'll give you the number of significant figures that you need to use. So for our examples, they're asking us to do it to 2 significant figures. So with this number, 28,315,008, we only want there to be 2 significant figures. The rest will be 0. So when we look at our number, we're either going to keep it as a 2 and an 8, or we may need to round it to a 2 and a 9. To decide whether we're going to round, we look at the next number along, and if that number is 5 or more, we round up. But it's not a 5, it's a 3. So our rounded number is going to be 28 million. We've only got 2 significant figures. All the other places in our number are filled up with zeros. For here, again, 2 significant figures. It's either going to stay as a 3 or a 2, or it's going to round to a 3 and a 3. So from 32 to 33. To decide, we look at the next number along. This is a 7, so it's more than 5. So what we're going to have to do is round up to the 33. And we fill the other places in our number with zeros. So this becomes 33,000. Now we've got a decimal for the next 2 questions. If you have a look, it says we start counting from the first digit that is not 0. So that's a 0, that's a 0, that's a 0. So our numbers are going to be 4 and a 3, or if we round up, it will become a 4 and a 4. Same deal, we look at the next number along. It's only a 2. So we're going to put our 0.00. They all stay, and this is going to stay as a 4 and a 3. For this one, same deal, 2 significant figures. These zeros don't count. The 6 and the 9 do count. We look to the next number along, which is a 5. So the rule is you round up if it's 5 or more, and this is a 5. So the next number after 69 is 70. So we have to keep that 0 so that it's 2 significant figures, and we need to fill the other spots in with the zeros that were there already. So this is a really unusual question, but a question that sometimes gets put in to try to trick people. If we wanted to have a really quick look at an example that perhaps had 3 significant figures instead, I'll use a different colour. So if we were going to do, I'll just move the paper up. If we were going to do 3 sig figures for this question, we've got the 2, the 8, 315,008. Whoops, again. So we'd have 1, 2, 3 numbers that we needed to fill in. So we would have to look at the 4th number along. It's only a baby 1, so it's not going to need to round. 2, 8, 3, all the other spots get filled with zeros. Whoops, get filled with zeros. So we've only got 3 significant figures. And for these ones down here, if it was 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3, and you'd have to look at the next digit. That's a 5, so we would have to round up. it would become 0.00433. And there we've got our 1, 2, 3 significant figures. Have a go at the exercise that I've set for you and see how you go.